I used to live on autopilot, rarely ever taking notice of what I was actually doing. I rushed through everything and lived in a state of stress. I could drive from point A to point B without remembering what happened in between. I lived in my head, stressing over the past or worrying about the future. My days felt mundane. There was no joy in my life. And then one day I discovered the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness has taught me to bring my attention to the present moment and find peace and happiness in everything I do. In this video, I'll share 25 ways to practice mindfulness and find peace and joy in the simple things. You can start practicing mindfulness from the moment you open your eyes. When your alarm clock goes off, instead of jumping right out of bed, spend a few moments becoming aware of your surroundings. Feel the warmth of your bed, the softness of your pillow. Take 3 deep conscious breaths before rising. Turn the task of making your bed into a gratitude practice. It's said that we spend about 1/3 of our life sleeping. Our bed is essentially our home for the night. As you make your bed, think about how nice it is to have a place where you can surrender, rest, and recharge every single night. Be thankful for it as you smooth out your sheets and fluff your pillow. Slow down the process of getting dressed. Observe the fabric, the patterns, or the texture of your clothes, and take note of how they feel against your skin. When you open a door, watch your hand turning the doorknob and pulling the door open. Pay attention to the transition of sounds. What do you hear on the other side of the door? When you brush your teeth, pay attention to all the details. The feeling of the bristles against your teeth and gums, the taste of your toothpaste, and the sensation of swishing water as you rinse your mouth. See your skincare routine as an act of self-love. Don't rush through it. Look at the texture of the creams and oils you use. What do they smell like? How do they feel when you apply them to your skin? Be fully present when you make your cup of coffee or tea. Listen to the sound of water being poured into your cup. Enjoy the aroma of whatever it is you're making. Watch the steam rise and dissipate. Take a breath before taking a sip of your drink. Note the flavor, the temperature, and how it feels as it travels into your body. Whenever you're reading something, notice if you're just skimming through it. Slow down and really take the time to process each word. If you catch your mind wandering, gently bring your attention back to the text. When you go outside, look at the sky. Are there any clouds? Feel the warmth of the sun on your skin or the gentle breeze on your face. Maybe you hear birds chirping or a dog barking in the distance. Do you see any insects? Be curious. Become aware of even the smallest details. As you walk, pay attention to the movement of your feet and how they touch the ground. Observe how your arms swing as you walk. Notice your surroundings. Enjoy all the sounds, sights, and smells. Use moments like getting into and out of your car as a reminder to pause and take a deep breath. Practice driving in silence and tune into your body instead. Maybe you find you're gripping the steering wheel too hard, or you might notice a sense of urgency to get to your destination. Don't judge yourself. Simply become aware of these things. Eliminate distractions and be fully present when you eat. Use all of your senses. Look at the colors. Notice the textures, the different flavors. Chew your food slowly and thoroughly. If you find yourself waiting in a line, observe any feelings that might come up. Maybe you catch yourself looking at your watch every few seconds or checking your phone. Don't judge, just observe, and consider this an opportunity to focus on your breath. During the course of the day, take a few conscious breaths before switching from one activity to another. When you find yourself reaching for your phone, take a deep breath and ask yourself, why am I picking up my phone? Maybe you find that you don't actually need it. If that's the case, ask yourself, what do I really need right now? When you listen to music, immerse yourself in it. See if you can hear all of the different instruments. Pay attention to the rhythm, the beat, and the lyrics. Notice how different songs provoke different emotions. Experience cooking with all of your senses. Take note of all the sounds, the peeling, the water boiling, the chopping. Notice the colors, the smells, and the textures. Think about how each ingredient got here, from its place of origin all the way to your kitchen. Appreciate its journey. When you're having a conversation, notice if you're just waiting for the other person to finish talking so you can respond. Instead of thinking about what you're going to say, practice truly listening and understanding what the other person is saying. When it's your turn to speak, pause for a moment, take a breath, and then respond. When washing dishes, notice the weight of each dish, its color, its shape. Smell the soap, see the bubbles, and feel the temperature of the water. Try exercising without any distractions. Focus on the physical experience. Concentrate on your form, your core, and how each muscle feels. Notice your breathing and how it changes depending on the intensity of your workout. Animals naturally live in the present moment. Practice being present with them. If it's your own pet, pay attention to how they feel. What patterns or colors do they have? Can you hear their breathing? Maybe you can feel their warmth. If you don't have a pet, go outside and observe the birds, the ducks, or the squirrels. Animals are some of the best teachers of mindfulness. We can learn a lot from them. While you shower, enjoy the scent of your shampoo, your soap. Look at the bubbles being formed. Listen to the sound of the water. Notice what it feels like as it runs down your body, and imagine that it's washing away all that no longer serves you. When you get into bed, place your hands over your heart. Feel its power. Pay attention to the rise and fall of your chest. Focus on your breath as you let go and surrender your mind and body. As you begin to slow down and appreciate all of these moments in your day, you start to think less and feel more. You begin to find joy in everything, not just when you go to a concert or ride a roller coaster. You see everything as if you were seeing it for the first time. You learn to truly experience life, and you realize that there's no better place to be than right here, right now.